Today we're going to try a brand new transfer, and it'll be the very first time that we do. It is a paper transfer, and we are going to find out if this is really the best transfer for the price, because it is way cheaper than the one that we are used to, which is the R-Tape Clear Choice AT75. And we're going to give you our honest opinion about this new transfer. And the reason so is because we are on a quest to find out how you can make decals with a very small budget. If you haven't watched our last two episodes, we show you how you can start a decal business with this machine, which barely costs $380, which is the Cameo Pro. And we made this project with this machine. And we also show you how you can make your own homemade solution for applying decals into the surface, so that way it can save you money. We will leave the two videos at the end of this video if you haven't watched them.
Up here we have the two main types of transfers that we use. We have the low tack and high tack, and each one comes in different presentations. We have the plastic one and we got the paper one. And I gotta be honest with you guys, every time we would hear the word paper transfers, red flags would appear in my head. I gotta be honest, I used to hate working with this one in particular, and the reason is because we were using the wrong transfer. We were using the low tack. This is mainly for wall decals. And later on we decided to give it another try, and this is the one we're gonna use today. And the reason why we're gonna use this is because first we wanna try it on glass, and we've seen people using this paper transfer on glass and using the wet method. And just to let you know, we don't make any commissions through US Cutter. However, if you guys want to support us, you can give us a like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends and your relatives. We appreciate all the support. Now, when it comes to what is the best transfer for vinyl decals, if you are working with regular surface, you should go with high tack. Now just gotta be really careful. But now when it comes to the low tack, this is for really bad surfaces like damaged paint and things like that. So when it comes to using this, you don't really have much choice, because if you're gonna be working on damaged paint, you gotta make sure that you use the right transfer, and it's gonna give you some headaches, but you just wanna be safe. Now we'll check the settings and they're good to go.
And by the way, we are gonna use the Graphtec CE 6060 today. The vinyl, it's Oracle 651. While the machine is doing the job, I just wanna mention, guys, if you want to extra support us, you can get your gold membership to price this type of projects. As you can see, it is a small piece of vinyl. It's not that much, but you still have to know how much you are investing. So we really appreciate it if you join and use the calculator so you can learn how to price this type of projects. All right, I think our vinyl is ready, and we're gonna start whitting out. And I'm anxious to test our transfer because it's gonna be the first time we use it on glass. So
now it's time to start whitting out. This is a whit box. Usually makes it a little easier to whit out.
And if you're wondering why we put a separate whitting box for the numbers, it's because depending on what numbers you are doing, you start from right to left or left to right. And the letters most of the time the opposite.
And it's whitting out perfectly. There are no issues so far. I think the settings are perfect.
This is probably, I would say, not even $5 worth the investment, and that's including the transfer. But today I really want to test this new transfer.
Hopefully we won't regret it later.
Yeah, but I'm confident everything will work perfectly. If not, again, we'll blame Saul.
And the weather's not too bad right now. It's not too hot. I didn't mess it up. So as you saw, I was whitting out like at a different angle, and it worked. I didn't ruin it, so I'm proud of myself.
All of us are proud of Saul right now. Sometimes I guess the machines act, they're not in the mood. They're like us, you know. Sometimes they don't want to work, because I notice, I guess depends on the brand, or even if you use Oracle 651, I believe it's the red color that sometimes it's different than the black or the white color. So
let us know, guys, if you have or feel the same way, if you notice that certain colors give you more headaches than others, like when you cut it and weed out. Luis is trying so hard for me to mess up, so he asked me to do this. No, actually it was my idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the application rollers. I secured the decal to the desk, and sometimes we use to polish the wood or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. I don't
Lemon
want to say any
pledge.
brands. Yeah, I didn't want to say any brands. But sometimes the desk is a little slippery. So that's the reason we put so many tapes. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna place the transfer. As you can see, the transfer is bigger than the decal. The transfer is 18 inches and the decal measures like 15. I'm gonna waste a little bit, not a big deal. I just wanna make sure that I got plenty.
But before you advance, let me explain the distance. And the reason why Saul left the distance is because sometimes we used to put it like really close, like here. And that's when we notice a wrinkle, we mess it up. But if Saul messes up, he's gonna make me look bad. So let's hope he doesn't.
I noticed that this transfer doesn't wrinkle like the other, like the plastic. Feel much safer doing it this way. I think I probably pull this down a little bit.
Man, I am nervous now.
Don't be. He doesn't trust me. Actually, I've done it by myself like a few times when doing the ASMR videos, and I just want to get better at using this tool, I guess.
For those that don't know what Saul is talking about, we have a membership for ASMR videos because we noticed some people that like those sounds when weeding out vinyl. And we have the membership there. You can check it out.
If you guys want to get this tool, the links will be in the description of the video, or you can also go to our website, that is www.rdidecals. The downside about using this transfer, if you want to layer vinyl, it's going to be almost impossible to do it. If you have registration marks, it's not 100% clear. That would be the only complaint I would have, but I mean, there's no other way. One of the reasons why we didn't use this type of transfer is because when lifting the vinyl from the backing paper, we used to get a really bad time, a hard time doing it this way. Look at that, how easy it is coming off.
Well, we're ready to head out, and actually the weather is perfect for this, to test this new transfer. So let's head out. Well, let's go. Usually we don't do this. Okay, that was annoying. Usually the customers come to us, but in this occasion we're gonna head out to the customer's house. He's only like, what, 10 minutes away?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
But it's not a far drive, but he actually bought a lot of products from us. He got some t-shirts and car magnets. And one thing I want to mention is that this customer, in the beginning, we didn't have the best communication, but sometimes my advice to you is to not make rational or irrational decisions right away, because sometimes you never know. This customer turned out to be the opposite of what I thought, and it's great. So, and we're making sales, so try to be more patient, even though sometimes you can't help it, but you know, it's worth it in the end. So yeah, anyway, let's go there and do the installation. Yeah, that one.
So this is our tool that we carry with us every time we go do an installation. We have all accessories here, weeders and all that, and we also have a rapid tag and the goof off, just in case we come across some old stickers that we gotta remove or adhesive. And now I'm gonna go ahead and clean the window.
And that's very important, especially when it looks like me in the morning.
I'm gonna spray some of that rapid tag, and it's gonna be in the center, right?
Yep.
Honestly, I'm surprised. The decal doesn't look wrinkled at all. Hopefully it stays like this. Usually when it's really hot outside, before we even apply it, like we get a whole bunch of wrinkles, bubbles and all that. I'm gonna use the white tape.
Yeah, just look at the difference on this shot that I'm showing you right now compared to this one. See, no wrinkles. So far, this transfer is really impressing me.
I'm gonna center the decal, and I'm gonna use I can either use the circle or this little line here to center it. I think this is where we're gonna place the decal, and it's been sitting here for quite a few minutes, and it's completely, I mean, it looks in great shape. The way I'm gonna apply this, I'm gonna lift half of it. I'm gonna use the cutting knife, and then I'm gonna apply some of that rapid tag. Hopefully I don't mess it up. And this is the challenge, lifting the vinyl from the backing paper. That's where the real challenge comes. And so far so good. And I have a little piece of tape that I'm gonna use, and I'm gonna place it on the side to hold this in place. All right, I just used 2 pieces of tape. Now I'm gonna go ahead and cut it from here. And usually this is where the real challenge comes. I get nervous using or doing a wet application, but I'm gonna go ahead and apply some of that. And we're about to find out if this transfer is good to do a wet application method. All right, it's been a few minutes, and now I'm gonna apply some of that rapid tack. I've seen some people doing that. Hopefully this will help remove this. We've been waiting for more than 5 minutes. We're probably so used to doing a dry application that normally we don't have to wait this long. I'm gonna have to wait a little bit longer. Honestly, if you can do this a dry application like we showed you earlier, the decal wasn't wrinkled, so in my opinion it would have been better, like Luis suggested, to do a dry application. But I just wanted to get an idea if
now I can safely blame him for staying longer.
Yeah, but see, like, I just don't want to buy anybody's words. Like, I just want to actually get an idea, like, how it works and if it does work. And I mean, this one works, but in the end, you're gonna have to wait at least 10 minutes, at least. I mean, for us, at least, this is the way it's been happening right now. It's been like more than 5 minutes. And if you're in a hurry, then I don't recommend that you guys do a wet application, even if you're using this type of transfer.
All right, so let's try again, and oh my God.
As you can see here, we had to do it in different sections. We already got rid of this part and this section here. It's taking a little bit longer, I gotta admit. I was hoping, I was actually
I was expecting it, to be honest, because this is not my first rodeo. The only thing that I would have done is not put way too much rapid tag, but I still really like it. And I don't think it's gonna change my opinion on this transfer. It's a really good one. I loved it, but I want to do the wet application on glass with this. I could be at home by now, thanks to someone. I gotta be here in the sun. I'm just kidding. I support his desire to experiment because
it's taking a little bit longer, I gotta admit.
All right, the last little tiny piece and we're finally done. We've been here approximately 15 minutes, I will say.
But the first card that we did with the wet application, I think it took hours, not minutes.
Yeah,
that's how bad it was. This one
is
is
not lying.
Not
this time bad. We're serious. It took hours. All right, guys, this is it for this episode. Thank you so much for sticking with us, and as always, we appreciate your like. If you haven't subscribed yet, we invite you guys to do so. If you want to learn more about this business, we got a lot of amazing content there.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to try new things, just like we do once in a while. But
yeah,
sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but you learn something no matter what.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you guys again on the next episode.